I'm excited for the new GTA game because I'm excited to be excited about video games again. I really want to be excited about video games because I haven't been in a long time, and I blame it on the PS5 and I blame it on the lack of PC game of evolution. From what I've seen, I feel like PC games right now, it's always like, oh, let's play Valorant, let's play, Overwatch, and let's play this and that, and it always falls back to, and we're all just gonna play World of Warcraft and League of Legends, and everybody's gonna fall back into their comfort game. I feel like that's been happening a lot, and there hasn't been a game that's come out that's like, oh my god, this game is taken over, and this is the new game. That hasn't happened since, I don't know.
Since American Truck Simulator.
Since American Truck Simulator. I'm waiting for the new game. That makes me excited.
Yeah.
Last of Us 2 was the last one that really got me excited. I loved getting hyped for that game.
Have you been keeping up with the news?
They canceled the multiplayer. Is that the news you're talking about?
No, the other one.
No.
They're releasing like a roguelike. It's more like a survival thing, right? Where the enemies just keep coming.
The Last of Us?
Like zombies?
They're coming out with like is it like multiplayer or is it a DLC?
I have no idea. Like from what I've read, it's not released information yet.
Give me some buzzwords to look up. What am I looking up?
I don't know. If you look up The Last of Us 2, it should come up right away on the news.
What are you looking at? Horde mode game? New game? No, I'm just looking up Last of Us 2. But the first thing I click on is by Tom's Guide, US edition, and it says The Last of Us 2 Remastered looks amazing, but I can't bring myself to replay the game. Here's why. I mean,
cool dude.
Love
your opinion.
Yeah. Oh, you can't play Abby again. You can't play. Oh, she killed my favorite character. Wow.
That's one of the most predictable articles ever. And you know what I hate about articles? Actually, this is a really quick side bit. Can I say it?
The reading part.
So, I look up recipes online all the time, learning how to cook things, like learning if I can make things, like if I can be bothered to make something. Like, say I want to make like a sourdough bread. I want to make my own sourdough. I click on a recipe. It's not just going to take me to the recipe. It's going to take me to a whole summary of what sourdough is, the history of it, why it's good, why I might want to make it, and what I can use it for. Like, I'm already here. You don't need to tell me all of this shit. How can you give me a summary on, like, honey glazed carrots? Like, people have used this since 1990. Like, shut up.
They're trying to reach the word count.
Hey, yeah, just give me the recipe. What's wrong with you? Anyway, sorry, The Last of Us.
Does the internet suck?
Yeah.
Because right now, I feel like no, I
that was very general.
No, I know, but looking up, like doing Google. Let's just say Google. It's like you Google something, and like I'm trying to Google this Last of Us thing, I look up The Last of Us 2, and I see 16 advertisements before I see any actual articles, and it's all articles by some random guy off of a website that's been pushed to the top.
So Google, the first Google result is the one that's paid the most to be at the top.
I feel like right now
there are browsers that don't have that. I find them harder to use because I'm so used to how Google works.
Yeah.
Like I've tried to switch to like Ecosia, that one when every time you search it plants like another tree or whatever. But I had to switch back because it just didn't give me the results I'm used to. I'm just too much of a pussy, I guess. I don't know.
Are we not reliant right now off of not the, how can I say, like the Reddit template, right? Like where somebody posts, the Reddit is all people posting links to other things, and then people commenting on that and posting links to other things after that, and like stories and things like that. Is that not what the internet has become? Is right now, like you Google something, and the only way you're gonna see something important is because the people who really dug for it brought it up to the top. I feel like that's what we get now. Is all right. This is what everybody's getting upset about. That's been brought up to the top by people who are really looking for these things. You know, people like me who don't search the internet for new topics and new stories don't see, I don't know, the more interesting things anymore. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, no idea what you just said.
Okay, that's all right.
I think I understand. Yeah, you're saying we don't get the information that we're looking for through Google, but instead we're getting it from people who actually understand our question and is like linking stuff that shows what you're looking for.
Right, and not even Google necessarily, like Twitter and you know whatever other sites you look at the news for. If it's not like Wall Street Journal or whatever, I mean that's something different. But I feel like we're self-reliant. You're just calling yourself a boomer, yeah. I don't know. I feel like we're self-reliant on everyone else right now, which is good. You know, everybody should be self-reliant on the rest of everybody else. But I don't know. I feel like I rely on seeing on Twitter, you know, somebody that I follow reposted an actually important news story that I would have just not even seen because because it's not being pushed by major media, by the internet or whatever. I don't know. I said the internet. I meant Twitter.
Okay, that's what you mean. Okay.
I don't know. I've had a little bit of tequila, so. Next topic, Chop.
Oh yeah, I looked up what I was talking about with The Last of Us Part 2. I typed in roguelike, and that's how I got to the news articles.
Roguelike mode. 1 week ago, news. Okay.
Maybe quite large. Is that really the title of this article?
I want The Last of Us, the engine of the Naughty Dog engine that they play with. I want them to expand off this because because Naughty Dog does Uncharted and The Last of Us, right? Those are their two biggest games. Both of those are very much single-player games. I feel like The Last of Us 1 had their factions mode, which honestly, personally, is my favorite multiplayer experience, is the factions in The Last of Us 1. I thought that game, the multiplayer in that, it was the best multiplayer video game I've ever played. I loved it. They said they're not doing it. They're not doing that anymore with the new game. They're not doing that with Last of Us 2. They're not doing factions. So I'm hoping that this roguelike thing that you're talking about is
I'm pretty excited.
Them expanding. I hope they expand. I really do.
Like if they're doing something like, you know, COD Zombies, I'm for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sounds
because that's the most fun part of the game, right? That was the problem with factions. I don't know. Did you play The Last of Us 1 multiplayer?
No, but I've heard good things about it.
I will praise it to the ends of the earth. It is the best multiplayer.
It's like the most underrated part of the
deathmatch?
game.
It was the most underrated part of the game by far. It was a team deathmatch. You know, it's 4v4, and yeah, you're in a map and you try to capture a point, or you try to kill each other a certain amount of times, and it was the most fun. It was great, and it had a great team speak ability because before the game and after the game, you would all be in like a lobby together and you could all talk to each other, like very much Xbox 360, Xbox Live-esque, where you would all talk to each other and talk shit before the game, and then you get in the game and you see who's actually on the same team, and then everybody's on, and you know these people are on the same team as these people, and then y'all play the game against each other. And I think when there was proximity chat where you could talk to the enemy when you were killing them or finishing them off. It was so fun. So I'm really hoping that division, whatever made that factions, is pushing something in The Last of Us 2, or at least if Naughty Dog is pushing some sort of multiplayer experience with their game engines that they have, because I am very passionate about. I love that game. I love The Last of Us. I love that franchise. I love the Naughty Dog. I love Uncharted. It's my favorite for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Not much chat.
Can somebody else talk?